And the vision is personal too. Every one of us has a chart, every one of us has a sky, and the gift of this ancient art is that it gives us a language for the most intimate truths of our lives, the gifts we were born with, the lessons we came to learn, the people we are entangled with, the places that call us home. My grandmother gave me that language in a courtyard in Aleppo. Tonight we have passed a little of it to you.
And with that, we bring our journey to a close. Thank you for walking the wheel with us, from the clay of Babylon to the probability clouds of quantum mechanics. The sky has been writing this conversation for thousands of years, and tonight we added a few new pages. The stars do not command. They suggest. The chart is not a cage. It is a compass. Keep looking up, keep asking why, and remember, in a universe this connected, every question you ask changes the sky. Good night, and clear skies. And before we close, we have a final round, the deep cuts. The extra chapters that did not fit anywhere else but deserve their place in the wheel. Consider this the bonus disc of our 2-hour special.
Deep cut number 1, the out-of-bounds planets. A planet is out of bounds when its declination exceeds the Sun's maximum, about 23.5 degrees. These planets live outside the normal territory of the sky. And people with out-of-bounds planets often live outside normal territory too. The rule breakers, the boundary pushers, the ones who cannot fit in the box even when they try. An out-of-bounds moon feels everything louder. An out-of-bounds sun refuses to be ordinary. The first step to loving an out-of-bounds planet is understanding that it was never meant to behave.
Deep cut number 2. The moon's nodes in synastry. Everyone talks about Venus and Mars in relationship astrology, but the nodes are the deepest signature of all. When your north node falls on my south node, or my sun, my moon, my ascendant, there is a sense of foundedness, of having known each other before. The nodes are the karma points of the chart, and when they connect between two people, the relationship feels like a continuation of something ancient. It is not always comfortable, but it is never meaningless.
Deep cut number 3, the 7th harmonic. John Addy's system has a special place for the 7th harmonic, the harmonic of inspiration, of the intuitive flash, of the voice that speaks through you. A strong 7th harmonic is common in artists, mystics, and people who receive information they cannot explain. When you multiply the chart by 7 and find clusters of planets, you are looking at the person's channel, the place where the muse enters. It is one of the most beautiful techniques in harmonic astrology.
Deep cut number 4, the part of fortune in the houses. The part of fortune is not just a point, it is a story about how your body and your luck interact. In the first house, fortune comes through self-presentation. In the fourth, through home and ancestry. In the 7th, through partnership. In the 10th, through career and reputation. Wherever your part of fortune sits, that is where your body says yes to life. The ancients used it to time everything from travel to medicine.
Deep cut number 5, the Venus star cycle. Venus has an 8-year cycle. Every 8 years, she returns to the same place in the sky, and her evening star and morning star phases alternate. The Venus cycle is the astrology of love's long rhythm. Your Venus return, every 8 years, marks a new chapter in your capacity to love and be loved. And the 8-year Venus cycle is also the heartbeat of artistic eras. The love planet is slower than we think.
Deep cut number 6. The fixed stars in mundane astrology. When the great conjunctions of Jupiter and Saturn occur near royal stars like Regulus or Antares, mundane astrologers sit up and pay attention. The 2020 great conjunction in Aquarius was near the star Fomalhaut, the star of ideals and vision. And the great conjunction cycle, moving through the elements every 200 years, has tracked the rise and fall of civilizations. The fixed stars give the great cycles their flavor, their color, their mythology.
Deep cut number 7, declination in mundane astrology. The outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, spend long stretches out of bounds, and those stretches coincide with eras of radical change. Uranus out of bounds, the rule breaker beyond all rules. Neptune out of bounds, the dreamer beyond all dreams. Pluto out of bounds, the transformer beyond all limits. When a whole generation is born under an out-of-bounds outer planet, that generation carries the mandate to break the old forms. Declination is not a footnote. It is a headline.
Deep cut number 8. The quantum reading of the moon's nodes. If the birth chart is a collapse event, then the nodes are the axis of time, the south node pointing to the entangled past, the north node pointing to the probable future. In the quantum lens, the nodes are not karma and destiny. They are the direction of the wave, the trajectory the wave function was already taking before it collapsed. The nodes show the path of least resistance for the soul's growth.
Deep cut number 9. The astrology of cities and nations. Every city has a birth chart, the moment it was founded, incorporated, or named. And those charts continue to operate, year after year, as the city lives its life. San Francisco has its chart, Tokyo has its chart, Lagos has its chart. When a nation's Saturn return arrives, every 29 years, the nation faces its reckoning. Mundane astrology at the city scale is a whole discipline.
Deep cut number 10. The shadow work of the chart. Every planet has a light side and a shadow side, and the shadow is not the enemy, it is the unclaimed inheritance. The shadow of Venus is possessiveness and people-pleasing. The shadow of Mars is aggression and impotence. The shadow of Saturn is rigidity and fear. The master astrologer does not banish the shadow. They read it, name it, and hand it back to the client as a gift. Because the shadow, claimed consciously, becomes power.
Deep cut number 11. The observer in predictive work. If observation changes what is observed, then the act of reading a prediction changes the prediction. This is the most humbling insight in quantum astrology, and the most freeing. The chart does not doom you to a fate. The chart, read with awareness, becomes a set of probabilities that you observe into existence. You are not the passenger of your chart. You are the observer. And observers, in this universe, participate in creating what they see.
Deep cut number 12. The astrology of gratitude. After all the technique, all the theory, all the quantum speculation, the deepest cut of all is simple. The chart is a gift. It is the sky's portrait of you, drawn at the exact moment you arrived. Every planet, every aspect, every house is a piece of the whole you. And the master astrologer's final act is not interpretation. It is gratitude, gratitude for the pattern, the complexity, the beauty of a life written in the sky.
And that is the deep cuts, 12 extra chapters for the 12 houses of our conversation. Out of bounds planets, the nodes in synastry, the seventh harmonic, the part of fortune, the Venus star cycle, the fixed stars in mundane work, declination in the collective, the quantum nodes, city charts, shadow work, the observer in prediction, and the astrology of gratitude. We could keep going for another 2 hours, honestly. But the wheel must turn, and it turns toward the close.
Before the close, one more reflection. This conversation has been a journey through time, from clay tablets to quantum mechanics. And the thread that runs through all of it is this. Human beings have always looked up, and we have always found meaning there. Not because the sky is full of answers, but because we are full of questions. And the sky, patient and vast, has always been willing to hold them.
And the questions are the gift. The Babylonians asked and built the first ephemeris. The Greeks asked and built the first philosophy. The Indians asked and built the first dasha system. The moderns asked and built the first psychology of the chart. And we, tonight, we asked what the sky has to do with the smallest things in the universe. The answer, whatever it turns out to be, will be written by the next generation of questioners. Maybe one of them is listening right now.
And that is the truest thing we can say about astrology. It is a tradition of questioners. It has survived every empire, every religion, every scientific revolution, because it never stops asking. And as long as there are human beings who look up at the night sky and wonder, astrology will be there, not as a set of answers, but as a language for the questions. My grandmother's language, your language now.
So here is our final synthesis, in one breath. The sky is a mirror, the chart is a compass, the techniques are lenses, the traditions are languages, the quantum is a frontier, and the truth is that you are the observer, the questioner, and the answer all at once. Keep reading, keep questioning, keep becoming.
And now, truly, we close. The Quantum Sky has been a 2-hour exploration of astrology's history, techniques, and frontiers. Every idea in this episode, especially the quantum interpretations, has been offered as metaphor, hypothesis, and tradition. The stars do not command. They suggest. The chart is not a cage. It is a compass. Thank you for walking the wheel with us. May your own sky always be full of questions, and may you always have the courage to ask them. And because you asked for 2 hours, we have one more round for you. The second set of deep cuts. The hidden rooms of the astrological mansion. Pull up a chair. There is still sky to read.
Deep cut 13, the part of spirit. If the part of fortune is the body's point of alignment, the part of spirit is the soul's. It is calculated with the sun in place of the moon, ascendant plus sun minus Saturn. And while the part of fortune shows where your life flows, the part of spirit shows where your meaning is made. A part of spirit in the 9th house is a philosopher. In the 10th, a builder of legacy. In the 12th, a mystic. The two parts together, fortune and spirit, are the body and soul of the ancient chart.
Deep cut 14, the relocation chart. Astrocartography shows you the lines, but relocation astrology goes further. It casts a whole new chart for the place you live. Same birth moment, new ascendant, new houses, new emphasis. Move to a place where your Jupiter is on the ascendant and doors open. Move where your Saturn is on the ascendant and you learn discipline the hard way. The relocation chart is why moving can feel like becoming a different person. You are the same sky, seen from a different door.
Deep cut 15, the fourth harmonic in the family pattern. The fourth harmonic, the chart of structure, shows the inherited patterns of family, home, and lineage. A tight fourth harmonic often accompanies a person who repeats their parents' patterns until they consciously break them. The fourth harmonic is where the ancestral work lives. And when you combine the fourth harmonic with the nodes, you get the deepest tool in the box. The map of what your lineage handed you, and what your soul came to transform.
Deep cut 16, the decans as a life path system. The 36 decans were not just calendar markers, each one was a complete character, a deity with a face and a story. Read your sun's decan and you read your soul's flavor in that sign. The first decan of Leo, the royal lion. The second, the guardian of the hearth. The third, the lion who has walked through fire. The Egyptians gave every 10 degrees a personality. Modern astrology is only beginning to remember how rich this system is.
Deep cut 17, the soul keen as an astrological tool. The Maya's 260-day calendar can be read like a zodiac. Every day sign is a quality of time, and the day you were born under colors your whole life. The Chuwin day is the weaver. The Ik day is the wind of spirit. The Kaban day is the earth mover. And the Maya believed that the day sign was not a fate but a responsibility. You carry the energy, and you choose what to make of it. The calendar was a mirror, like any good astrology.
Deep cut 18, the parallels of the outer planets. When the slow outer planets form parallels in declination, the effect lasts for months, and it acts like a slow, deep conjunction that the zodiac chart never shows you. A Pluto-Saturn parallel in declination can mark an entire era of institutional restructuring. A Uranus-Neptune parallel can mark a generation of boundary dissolving. The outer planet parallels are the collective's slow heartbeat, and they are nearly invisible in the standard chart. Declination is where the hidden history lives.
Deep cut 19, the astrology of the observer's intention. We said the observer participates in creating what they see. Here is the practical version. Two astrologers can read the same chart and see different futures, not because one is wrong, but because each observer's intention filters what the chart reveals. The astrologer who looks for fear will find fear. The one who looks for growth will find growth. The chart is vast enough to hold both. Your intention is not separate from your astrology. It is your astrology.
Deep cut 20, the astrology of home. The fourth house is the root of the chart, the foundation, the ancestry, the inner sanctuary. But home is not only the fourth house. Home is where your moon feels safe, where your Saturn can rest, where your north node can grow. For me, home was never a place on a map. It was my grandmother's voice reading the sky. The astrology of home is the astrology of belonging, and belonging is something you carry, not something you find.
And the deep cuts close with a final reflection. 20 hidden rooms, 20 keys, 20 doors into the same mansion. The astrology we have shared tonight is not a closed system, it is an open sky. Every technique is a window. Every tradition is a light. And the only true master is the one who keeps learning. We have been your guides for 2 hours, but the wheel is yours now. Turn it well.
One thing I want to say before we truly close, and I speak for all 4 of us. Thank you. Thank you for spending 2 hours with us. Thank you for the questions you have asked, the charts you have studied, the curiosity you bring. The sky is generous, but it needs readers. And you are the readers the sky has been waiting for.
And if tonight planted one seed, one question, one insight, one moment of recognition, then the whole 2 hours was worth it. The Babylonians planted seeds and we are still harvesting. Plant yours. Someone in a future century will thank you.
And from my grandmother's courtyard in Aleppo, from the clay of Babylon, the decans of Egypt, the nakshatras of India, the sulkeen of the Maya, the astrolabe of the Golden Age, the psychology of the moderns, and the probability clouds of the quantum, thank you for walking the wheel with us. The stars do not command, they suggest. And the greatest suggestion in any chart is this: become who you are.
So here is our final synthesis, in one breath. The sky is a mirror, the chart is a compass, the techniques are lenses, the traditions are languages, the quantum is a frontier, and the truth is that you are the observer, the questioner, and the answer all at once. Keep reading, keep questioning, keep becoming.
The Quantum Sky has been a 2-hour exploration of astrology's history, techniques, and frontiers. Every idea in this episode, especially the quantum interpretations, has been offered as metaphor, hypothesis, and tradition, not as established scientific fact and not as professional advice. The stars do not make your decisions. You do. Thank you for listening, and may your own sky always be full of questions, and may you always have the courage to ask them. Before we leave the quantum frontier, let us build the bridge properly. We have said that the birth chart behaves like a wave function, and that transits behave like measurements. But if that metaphor is going to earn its keep, it must do real work. So tonight, we propose a grammar. Call it the grammar of resonance. A set of rules for how ancient technique and quantum intuition can speak to each other without losing either one.
Rule 1 of the grammar. The chart is a decoherence-resistant structure. In physics, decoherence is what happens when a quantum system touches its environment and loses its delicate superpositions. But here is the beautiful part: the natal chart does not decohere. It was written at one instant and it stays coherent for a lifetime. That is not a weakness of the metaphor. That is the whole point. The chart is the one measurement that refuses to be erased.
Rule 2. Ha'ari astrology is the observer effect made operational. In Ha'ari, you cast a chart for the moment a question is asked. The act of asking is the measurement. And just as in quantum physics, the measurement collapses the possibility space into an answer. That is why Ha'ari practitioners insist on the exact time of the question. Not because the clock matters, but because the asking itself is the experiment.
Rule 3. Bell's theorem and the composite chart. In 1964, John Bell showed that two particles, once entangled, stay correlated no matter how far apart they travel. Now consider synastry. Two people who meet, exchange charts, and then live across oceans from each other. Their progressed moon still speaks to each other. Their transits still rhyme. The grammar of resonance says, a relationship is an entangled system, and the composite chart is its shared wave function.
Rule 4. Retrogrades are delayed choice measurements. In the quantum eraser experiment, a decision made after a photon has already passed can change what the photon did. Retrograde motion feels like that. A planet appears to move backward, then forward, as if the universe were revising its own measurement. In the grammar of resonance, retrograde periods are the sky's eraser, times when the universe lets us redecide what a transit meant.
Rule 5. Aspect patterns are interference patterns. When two planets form a trine or a square, the grammar of resonance reads that as constructive or destructive interference between two waves. A grand trine is a standing wave, stable, self-reinforcing. A T-square is a beat frequency, a tension that generates energy. And the yod? The yod is the unresolved superposition, the pattern that keeps asking for a measurement that never quite comes.
Rule 6. Entanglement in synastry is not about agreement. In physics, entangled particles can have opposite spins and still be perfectly correlated. So when a synastry chart shows a hard square between two people, the grammar of resonance does not hear conflict. It hears correlation. The relationship is doing something. The question is whether that something is generative or exhausting, and that is a choice the two people make, not the planets.